Hey, hi guys. You know, I can't become the president of South Africa because I feel like there's a lot of things that I can contribute positively to the country. But according to the system and how it's designed, I must first reach Aboma 60 before I can pursue my political career. You seem to have a lot of stunts. Once when Aboma 65, 70, and you fall asleep there by parliament, you become a very credible person. So I'm going to pursue my political career then. However, for now, because I've come up with something very brilliant, I don't need votes. I don't want political affiliations. I don't want ANC or EFF or anyone to like me. I now nominate myself hereby as the president of the mjolo. I have seen so many children going there by my timeline, especially there by Twitter. Hey, they are going, guys. They've been going for 3 weeks now in a row. Going. Last week they were going, the other week they were going, this week they are going. And them going is basically based on revealing how dishonest we are, Tina, as the black folk of South Africa when it comes to umjolo. So I've decided now I'm going to take control and make sure I protect everyone in that jungle of umjolo and the streets. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to enter into relationships that have transparency, because the ones that have been happening here don't have the transparency. And this thing is because when we enter into relationships, you see, we don't have a CV where we can see the history of the person and read everything and get opinions and stories from their exes to say, Wuti, this one is, for instance, maybe this one is a woman beater. This one is a deadbeat dad. This one is a rape apologist. This one is a womanizer. Like, I've decided that as the president of Umjolo, I'm nominating myself because I've come up with a very brilliant idea. The idea is that we design a system that's going to extract information from the time a South African citizen is born, a registered citizen, someone that is here, who was born here in South Africa. As to where you come from, I don't care. But if you are here and you're going to grow and participate here in South Africa and you've got papers, here, please, the system then must extract your information. It starts with your ID number, your photo, and then this system, it must force us, whether it's a system or an app, I don't know what to call it, guys. I don't know coding. I don't know anything about IT. All I know is that I want to save the children from the pains of umjolo. So now I'm thinking, Wuti, this system is going to be able to extract, so it starts with ID number, and then every maybe 3 years, you are forced to go to, you must update the system, like with your photos, your address, where you're staying, and you must provide proof of address, things like that. But this system keeps track of your every movement from the crash, what you call it, preschool. Now I come from this crash, we used to call it creche, of course. So from the crash that you went to, we must know the crash, the names of the teachers, everybody, the primary school you went to. We must know your best friends. We must know people that you can go and contact and ask about you and your character and your history and the things that you've done and your marital status and your sexual status and all of those things. Do you understand? So this system now, it takes your high school, you go to university, it takes university, what courses you studied, which you graduated, which you did not graduate from, which girlfriends you dated in university. It must have all the information. Do you understand? If you have a child, it automatically extracts that information and puts it in your file, so that whether you tell the women when you are pursuing them if you have a child or not is irregular. Is it English? Is irrelevant. Yes, is irrelevant, because what matters is that the system can lie. Do you understand? Because if you have a baby mama and you don't want her, now she's already written there in the birth certificate who the father is. So the system, it extracts and puts there whether you are feeding or not. If you are a man who is, you are not feeding your children, you are avoiding maintenance, the system must show. If you are in debt, your debt score, like people like myself, the system must show. credit bureau, everything. If you owe African Bank money, it must show everything. So that the people, when they enter into relationships with us, they are already up to date. They know that you dated me, you dated the other one, you left me for the neighbor. They must know the entire picture. You see, then I think we can then avoid to step on each other's cons. We can avoid this whole she should have known better, because you don't know the things sometimes these, for instance, married men say to these single women when they are pursuing them. Do you understand? Some will say Uti, the wife died. Some say the wife is in Dubai, they are in separation. Hey, there's absolutely no marriage. Hey, this and the other. And the only thing that's stopping them from divorcing or what is because she's on the other side, or he's afraid to lose his don-dons, but he's in love with you and he pursues you so beautifully, you forget. So you need to have a system where you can punch. Let's say his name is Banana and his surname is Kiwi. You just enter Banana, Kiwi, and maybe a photo. You see, you take a photo of him and then you can scan the photo, and then the photo automatically zoom into the system, and then it brings you a printout like a bank statement. Everything. When he was born, who his parents are they alive? Does he have a healthy relationship? Like this system, it must be able even to read your thoughts and be able to, decipher your thoughts and your actions and everything that you post. Maybe, let's say you post a lot of stuff about politics and what. His system is very much pro politics. If maybe you are very much a Pan-Africanist, you're very much pro-black, it says that you are, pro-black and wara. Everything, your one night stands, it must bring everything so that we can be able to enter into situations and avoid this thing of now outing people we did not know we were in relationships with, and who else they were having other relationships with, because we are going there by the timeline. Your favorites, this one has been with that one, this one took this one from that one. So if I didn't know and I really don't enjoy so and so's energy, I would like to know before I engage with her man, her ex-man, he went there, so I can choose for myself. Do I want to engage with this man knowing his history or not? Do you understand? If there's crazy baby mamas, everything is listed there. What are those things? Things protection orders, there, everything. Don't you think it would be a good time? So I hereby appoint myself as the president of mjolo, and now I'm giving command to people who know how to code, who know how to design things there by IT, and proudly so. They must design this thing for us. See, I am hereby command as the president of mjolo, the founder, the one who really cares about the people's hearts. I'm saying let us all enter into relationships with people who have clean files. You can't be dating someone for 6 months and then next thing you find out this person is married. One day, very soon, I will tell you about how I myself found out through a magazine 10 years later that I was once a mistress, mjolo. And the mjolo was not only just a mjolo. The man was a whole founding pastor of a big church here in Joburg. And not only was he a pastor, and I didn't know because he told me now he's a taxi business, he was also married. So when I checked there by the article, I read the article, and the article was giving me a time frame whereby this means I dated this person while he was married. And not only that, they were celebrating the anniversary of the church, which means all the monies that he was giving me was the tithes and offerings from them Zaranes, and I didn't even know I was a mistress. I didn't even know I was taken from the church. See, so I must know your people. Bye-bye, guys.